Bill Sternberg is the USA Today editorial page editor, and he's good enough now to join us from Washington. Bill, we do appreciate the time today. Again, your board had its no endorsement policy since the inception of the paper 34 years ago, but this year, obviously now, you've chosen to break from tradition and stand against Donald Trump. What went into the decision?
That's right, Josh. I mean, typically, we see two normal, capable candidates who differ on ideological grounds. And we leave it up to our readers to decide their priorities and values. But this time, as the board, and we have a very diverse board, watched the campaign unfold through the primaries, through the GOP convention, and through the first debate on Monday, we grew increasingly concerned about Mr. Trump's overall fitness for office.
How many people exactly are on the board, Bill?
We have 9 members on the board. We have conservative, moderate, liberal, and libertarian.
And
no partisan axe to grind.
And so in arriving at this decision, among the descriptions of Donald Trump that the op-ed did provide, Donald Trump was called a radic. You said that Trump traffics in prejudice. He was called a serial liar. And still, you made it clear that the editorial is not essentially a representation of unqualified support for Hillary Clinton. So why stop short of an endorsement of her?
Well, as I said, Josh, the board operates by consensus. We had unanimity on Trump's unfitness, the disendorsement, if you will. We did not have a consensus for endorsing Mrs. Clinton. Some board members felt that given her experience and that she would be a fine president. Others expressed grave concerns about her sense of entitlement, her handling of the classified information with the email situation. So ultimately, we did not have a consensus to take the extra step to endorse Mrs. Clinton.
Mike Pence, I know you offered Donald Trump's running mate an opportunity to rebut essentially your editorial. He accepted, and in so doing called Donald Trump a man ready to lead. He defended him. He called him compassionate, thoughtful, and steady. What went into the decision then to offer that to the Trump campaign?
It's a long-standing tradition of the USA Today editorial page to give our readers not just our view, but also an opposing view. In fact, our readership studies show that's one reason, probably the main reason, readers see us as fair. So we like to give readers a debate. Readers like a debate. Also, having an opposing view right next to ours forces us to sharpen our own thinking, knowing that the best arguments on the other side will be adjacent to ours.
The arguments will be on display again on a national stage for a second time in fewer than 10 days as the two major party candidates do head to St. Louis for a second presidential debate. It is largely believed that Hillary Clinton did get the best of her GOP rival the first time around. In fact, your editorial board also published an op-ed that ran under the headline, "Debate features the unruffled versus the unprepared." What then do you expect to see come October 9th?
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, there have been reports that Trump's advisors are urging him to do a different form of preparation or more preparation. But, Trump has been hitting back at those reports, including in a pre-dawn Twitter tirade this morning that covered both those stories and the former Miss Universe. I think that Twitter storm just reinforced what we were saying in the editorials. That's not normal presidential behavior.
I realize this stance now does break with tradition. It is also now it's been made for posterity. It was arrived at unanimously. And so to you, Bill, if only personally, with 39 days to go, is there anything that Donald Trump could do or say at this point that would have you think twice about this act?
I'm afraid not. As I said, we tried to give Mr. Trump the benefit of the doubt through the entire process. We waited to see if he would pivot or change. But I think what we see is what we get with Mr. Trump.
Again, Bill Sternberg, we do very much appreciate the time today.
Thanks for having me.